Hello there, you're now with me, Handy Gui, and welcome to your 5 p.m. English news on TVS. Let's dive into the headlines for today. A 28-year-old army personnel was believed to have been killed by his wife following a heated altercation between the two. Kota Samarahan District Police DSP Sudirman Kram said the incident occurred at their house at Penrinsen Camp around 10:30 p.m. on Monday.
Sudirman confirmed that the 24-year-old suspect had allegedly attacked her husband with a sharp object and stabbed the victim's left thigh. As a result, the victim suffered from massive blood loss and was rushed to the Sarawak General Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. The body was then sent to the mortuary for further action. The suspect is now detained at the Samarahan City Police Station to facilitate investigation. The couple is believed to have a 3-year-old boy who was handed over to the suspect's relative. This case is investigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code as a murder case.
The 370 million ringgit cable state bridge project connecting Demak Laut and Samarahan, which provides an alternative route linking Kuching and Samarahan, and at the same time alleviate traffic congestion during peak hours. Despite the 85-day delays due to the pandemic, climate change and the lack of raw material sources, the project is scheduled to be completed on time.
There are problems, but the JKR is discussing and working out with the contractors to ensure the problem are resolved. For example, if they have a material problem, then they're working it out. So I'm very pleased at how they're handling the progress of the work, and we hope the issue and the problem that was being laid out just now to us, we will find a way how to resolve it. The most important, we want this project to be complete on time.
As such, supervision works will be enhanced following the high expectation resting on the ministry's shoulders, as the project will be the final link at completing the ambitious 896 kilometers coastal highway.
It is important that the supervision is to be very tight to make sure that we will be able to deliver the project on time. Because I think that people have a very high expectation on us and GPS government. So that's why we from the ministry are coming down to have right first-hand look at what are the situation.
Meanwhile, once completed, the third longest of its kind in the country, which stretches 1.28 kilometers, is set to improve connectivity in the surrounding areas, as well as indirectly open up more socio-economic sectors spanning the sectors of agriculture, fishery, as well as activities under the Sarawak Corridor of Renewable Energy, or SCORE. The project was awarded to KACC Construction Sendirian Berhad, and it is expected to be completed by January 6, 2025.
Now, more than 2 million civil servants and pensioners would receive the Ideal Fitri financial aid worth 500 ringgit and 250 ringgit respectively. The aid recipients comprise of grade 56 and below, including those on contract of service and contract for service, part-time daily paid officers and appointments under MyStep.
Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the special aid will be paid together with the April salary on April 25, 2022, which involves an allocation of 923 million ringgit. Ismail Sabri said the announcement was made earlier to help the people make better planning and preparations for their Ideal Fitri celebrations. The incentive also shows the government's appreciation to civil servants for their deeds and sacrifices in performing their duties to serve the Malaysian family. The government hoped this aid would ease the burden of civil servants and spur them to continue serving with dedication.
Bumiputra teachers are encouraged to participate in the Sarawak Bumiputra Teacher Leadership Cooperative. The chairman of the Sarawak Bumiputra Teachers Union, Ahmad Mali, said various initiatives and benefits would be given when becoming a member of the cooperative.
Seperti macam kalau bagi ahli-ahli yang menyertai koperasi kita nanti, kita akan memberi pulangan insentif kepada mereka dalam bentuk dividen dan bonus. Bergantung kepada keuntungan yang kita perolehi dalam perniagaan kita. Tertakluk kepada keuntungan kita lah. Kita tak boleh nak janjikan berapa peratus, tertakluk kepada keuntungan. Sebab itu kita ada share, kita menggunakan saham dan sebagainya dalam urusan perniagaan dan menjadi ahli koperasi kita lah.
Meanwhile, when questioned about the type of business carried out by the cooperative, this was Ahmad Mali's response.
Contoh perniagaan kita ialah seperti tender-tender kontrak di jabatan-jabatan kerajaan dan sebagainya lah. Khususnya yang berkaitan dengan kontrak-kontrak pendidikan. Sebab kita ialah koperasi guru kan, jadi kita berusaha untuk mendapat kontrak-kontrak tender-tender yang berkaitan dengan urusan-urusan yang berkaitan dengan pendidikan lah. Dan juga jabatan-jabatan yang lain sebagai orang yang terlibat dalam perkhidmatan awam.
Additionally, any new teachers who wish to become a member of the cooperative must first register as a member of the Sarawak Bumiputra Teachers Union, KGBS. The cooperative was established on July 7th, 2021, aiming to further strengthen the Bumiputra Teachers Union movement in the state as an organization specifically seeking funds.
Episod seterusnya dalam drama bersiri Seleb.
Aku nggak mau Ya aku takut karena pasti nanti Mbak Fiona datang kan. Ya aku takut dia marah sama aku.
Nah, justru bagus. Kalau Fiona marah, itu lebih bagus lagi tuh. Nah, beritanya kan makin panas.
Kalau memang Lasuki masih single, Pak Hambali ingin meminang Lasuki untuk menjadikan Lasuki sebagai garwo.
Kan pemeran cowoknya hanya satu, yaitu si Arya. Bagaimana kalau kita munculkan satu karakter cowok lagi agar Arya itu ada saingannya? Kan itu lebih menarik.
Jangan pura-pura polos di depan gue.
Oh ya, ini kenalin, ini Pangeran. Pangeran ini yang akan main di shelter juga.
Jangan ketinggalan untuk menonton Seleb Isnin hingga Jumaat 4.15 petang di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My Freeview.
Cantik.
Remarkable Living returns with a new season. This time, putting the focus on lifestyle visionaries. This season will feature designs and lifestyle mavericks across the globe. With 40 stories in gastronomy, rare craftsmen, unique destination, and an exclusive peek into the lives of society's savvy collectors. Each episode will feature stories taking viewers on a journey across Asia and Europe. Don't miss Remarkable Living Season 2 every Saturday, 7:15 p.m. on TVS Channel 122, Astro and My Freeview.
Welcome back. Now, a health expert at the University Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM warned the public to be aware of overeating during this Ramadan season. Muslims are urged to take the opportunity of the fasting month to practice a balanced diet for good health.
The Faculty of Health Sciences Dean, Professor Dr. Suzana Shahar, said that half of the adult population in Malaysia were either obese or overweight. Although some were able to lose their weight during the fasting month, not many were able to maintain the weight after that. Meanwhile, the chairman of the Malaysian Adult and Childhood Obesity Prevention Organization, Kevin Zahri, shared on social media some exercises that could be practiced before and after the fast. He also started a Fit Ramadan program aiming to help people lose weight, with participation of about 1,000 people.
Driven by recovery in domestic demand, expansion in exports and reopening of borders, Malaysia's economy is expected to grow 5.5% this year. And according to a World Bank report, the external sector will continue to lend its support.
However, it is cautioned that the growth could slow to 4.8% if the global condition worsens amid the Russia-Ukraine conflict, financial tightening in the United States, and structural slowdown in China. Additionally, other risks include a worsening in supply chain disruptions and the emergence of more severe COVID-19 variants. According to the World Bank's East Asia and Pacific EAP Economic Update April 2022 titled Braving the Storm, while the economy is projected to be on a recovery path, COVID-19, food inflation and floods are expected to weigh down progress on well-being of the poor and vulnerable. Last year, the World Bank projected Malaysia's economy to grow 5.8% this year compared to 3.1% in 2021. Meanwhile, with the monetary shock in the US, it is assumed that the interest rates would be increased by at least 25 basis points. As such, it is likely to hurt the growth by as much as minus 0.4 percentage points in Malaysia. The earlier than expected monetary tightening could make recovery even harder in other countries. On the other hand, the financial shock from the war in Ukraine may lead to a slower than planned tightening of US monetary policy despite the stronger inflationary pressures. As for the EAP region, GDP is expected to expand 5.0% this year and could slow to 4.0%, down from the earlier projection of 5.4% in October last year, the year in which output rebounded from the COVID-19 contraction. The World Bank said the Russia-Ukraine war and sanctions would likely increase international prices of food and fuel, hurting consumers and growth.
Now wrapping up the 5 p.m. news, protesters blocked roads in different parts of Peru on Monday, April 4th, during a national transportation strike against gas prices and toll rates.
Que este paro no solamente es aquí, es en todo el Perú el día de hoy. Ya, y que sepan que el peruano, que tiene, nosotros somos ricos acá tenemos de todo, no tenemos por qué pasar todas estas cosas. Ya, todo por un mal manejo de estos gobiernos que están haciendo, de estos congresistas que se sientan a dormir, que se sientan a debatir una vacancia. Pierden el tiempo en todas esas cosas y no se preocupan por eso.
In towns like Ate, Ica, and Manche, protesters burned tires in the middle of the roads and clashed with police and set fire to South Pan American Highway toll booths in Ica. Spiking fuel prices have caused widespread protests by Peruvian truckers and farmers. As such, the government has been taking measures to mitigate rising fuel prices, including subsidies that it says have already prevented a rise of 81 US cents per gallon in the price of diesel and a hike of $1.36 in the price of 10 kilograms gas cylinders. Peru's inflation hit its highest level in 26 years, largely driven by rising fuel and food prices.
And that concludes the 5 p.m. English news on TVS. With that, I'm Handy Gui. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.